truly addresses the needs of our education, the needs of our healthcare, at the same time works within the framework of the dollars that we have currently in our state budget. And that's going to be a challenge, no doubt, but it's one we'll have to meet.
Thank you. Mr. Faulkner, same question.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if you noticed it, I've been noticing it over and over again. There was no answer there. There was no, I'm going to take 50 billion from this or 10 billion from that or 10 cents from anything. It's we always have to work together. I went to Workman's Comp website and it says 50 billion is in fraud current this year. 50 billion. 200,000 jobs, they say, left New York because of this. That's easy to get rid of. In Workman's Comp, the stenographer owns the records. In Workman's Comp, it's considered that the alleged employer is wrong. In Workman's Comp, the man is considered, or woman, to be a victim as soon as they walk in. They're assigned a lawyer, and that lawyer gets 50%. The whole system's upside down. If we should have Workman's Comp, and we must have Workman's Comp, let the so-called employer pay for it. They pay for it anyway. No business pay any taxes, no businesses pay any fees. We put it all on the bills that you pay. So the $50 billion is not only the abridged tax that we could get, but it is also the refund that you could. The other thing is we have abortion clinics funded by the state of New York. We get the $8 billion back immediately if we stop giving them and funding them money. Thank you.
We'll now open up the microphones for questions from the audience. Just quickly come to the mics and state your name and address. And you have 1 minute. Less is better to state your question on an issue, nothing personal. First person.
This question is addressed to either, but in particular to you, Mike. My name is Rick Sears, 10708 zip code. I live at Kimball Brooklands. There was a question earlier addressing flooding in April of 2007. We're very concerned about this happening again. And if you're down there where we are, you look at that highway, and it's the state highway authority that's got to come with the part of the transportation part. I went over that with your chief of staff, Rasmus Spring, and there was some indication that we might get a regional director from the transportation department there. But since that time, which was, maybe 4 months ago, I haven't had a phone call returned or a phone call accepted.
Could
But
you
it's a good
phrase your
meeting.
questions? Could you phrase your question?
What can you do for us?
Thank you. That will be Mr. Faulkner going first.
Well, listen, if you get me up there, I can make Albany work for you. When Albany's not responsive to your needs, I'll come back to you and I'll tell you about it and we can change it from there. I don't know how many people know about it. Assemblyman called Greg Ball, although he was considered a pariah and he was a Republican and he moved about Albany and people said, Jim, stay away from him, that man's no good. In his first 2 years, he did more bills, more work than Mike Spano has done in 14 years. And one of the things that he did, just because he's an interested person, is he had a press conference and he stopped Elliot Spitzer from having those licenses go to illegal aliens. Because of that, he also caused the fall of Hillary Clinton. Not a bad thing for a freshman assemblyman. You can do it. If you get me in there, I can change these laws. I can bring it to you. I can bring it to the people. The Department of Transportation works for us, not the other way around. Assemblyman Spano here thinks that everything has to go through them, the EPA and everything else. Wrong. The same thing with the Army Corps of Engineers. You know, we have state senators are doing nothing about it. The state can do it and we can build them. However unlikely that may seem, it works in other states, it can work in this state. Thank you.
Mr. Spano.
Thank you. It's an excellent question. As you know, there are 3 areas of Congress. As a matter of fact, I was just in a homeowner meeting last night with people up in Kimball Avenue. Kimball Avenue, we have flooding going on there, flooding over Clooney, and certainly Brooklands has been a major issue. Bronxville Parkway is a county parkway. The county is basically basically take the lead agency on this. However, as you know, some of the areas in and about your building are controlled by DOT and some of the agencies. It's just unacceptable that we have not gotten a response from them that we should have. And I have to tell you something, it's all about money. That's what it is. There's dredging that has to be redone, but you know what? It's more than that. The Army Corps of Engineers is in the process of doing a study, as what I understand from the Congresswoman's office. They're going to need to give a plan. At the same time, we're going to need to fund that plan. And that's going to be the challenge for us, because we're talking about a multi-million-dollar plan, making sure that that flooding doesn't happen again. I agree with you. It shouldn't happen, but it is a problem that has been plaguing several areas in our city. It's going to require a tremendous amount of funding, and we're going to have to work with all the levels of government, including the federal government, because they keep the pockets in us, to make sure that that happens.
Can I just have a follow-up question?
Certainly.
Is it, I understand, we love a grand solution, but it isn't coming in the environment. Can we have some maintenance? Can we dredge? Can we replace expansion joints? I mean, it's just maintenance.
Just dredge the canal, that's all we ask.
We've actually asked
We can do it and send you the bill. How's
well,
that?
you know what, we've actually asked for this, but here's some.
Could I just suggest perhaps you should call his office and speak to him?
No, we
If
should
you want to
talk-
get into the details of a game plan,
Okay, if you don't mind, I'm just.
I do. They can call you. They have your phone number.
We'll talk after this.
Yes, I mean, this sounds like something that needs working through, but he said he's willing to help you. Next question.
Dennis Department, Hawthorne again. In a follow-up to the previous question to the Senator's panel, the minimum standards, mandated minimum standards for private parochial education schools that was axed and is possibly going to be eliminated. What is your position on that, and also on tuition tax vouchers?